Thanks for the introduction. It's really great honor for me to walk you through my research story. I'm a computational neuroscientist, and this means that I use math to understand brain and brain diseases. But you may be wondering how math is related to brain research. Let me explain. Imagine for a moment we stand at the edge of a vast, dense forest. Each tree in front of us represents a single neuron. There are 86 billion trees here. It's a huge number. This is the number of neurons in a human brain. And this forest is as intricate as it is expansive. The roots of each tree form thousands of connections with one another. And in our brain, this corresponds to thousands of trillions of connections between all these single neurons, and it is these delicate connections that allow us to think, to feel, and to move. I hope that I could share this feeling that our brain is very complex, and to better treat and detect brain diseases, we need somehow to make sense of this complexity. And math is a powerful tool to do that. Let me provide some context. One of the major challenges in neuroscience and in brain research in general is something we call a lack of observability. And it has two main elements. One is about missing data. Imagine we try to solve a puzzle with only having a few pieces. The second is about some hidden patterns of neural activities which are not readily observable. This is like trying to navigate in our forest without having any marked trail. In my lab, very high level, we develop algorithms and models that can fill in this missing data and can uncover these hidden patterns. Now, let me provide some examples related to brain diseases. One of the brain diseases that we are interested in is Parkinson's disease. And as you heard tonight, deep brain stimulation is one of the treatments. In deep brain stimulations, neurosurgeons put the electrode inside, deep in the brain, and these provide an opportunity to get access to neural activities of some neurons in a small area of a bigger brain network. We cannot simultaneously access to all the activities of the neurons in different regions because this information is missing. In my lab, to solve this issue, we develop models and algorithms that can combine information from different regions, put them together, and provide a system-level understanding of this brain network. And this understanding can help us to develop new strategies to treat patients. Another example of brain diseases that we are very interested in is epilepsy. In patients with epilepsy, there are some abnormal patterns of neural activities that trigger seizure. It is crucially important to find where they are coming from. In some patients, we can find them. But most often, it's impossible. Why? Because these patterns are hidden. In my lab, we use mathematical models, combine them with artificial intelligence tools to uncover where these patterns are coming from and even predict when they will occur. The tools that we are creating are like GPS for the brain. They can bring these hidden patterns or missing data to light so that we can observe them. And if we can observe them, we can understand them. Now, I would like to expand on this and ask this question. If we can observe it, can we change it? Can we control it? Can we modify it? And this is where, of course, we use math for better understanding brain, but also we use it to develop new technologies, mostly related to neural implants and wearable devices to measure and modify brain activities. Honestly, I think we are at a very historic moment in science and technology, because we can combine these mathematical models with artificial intelligence and neuromodulation techniques like deep brain stimulation to bridge the gap between neuroscience and engineering, between biology and technology. Let's go back to our forest. With mathematical models, we can have a deeper understanding of brain complexity. We can even develop new strategies and technologies to modify brain activities in cases of disease and injury. And as you can imagine, this is a big undertaking. I don't do it alone. At Krembil, I closely collaborate with neurologists, neurosurgeons, clinicians, and scientists, not only at UHN, but also at CAMH, at SickKids, at Krembil Center for Neuroinformatics. And I'm a part of a team called Krembil Computational Neuroscience Hub, or KCN Hub. We all come together, share ideas, and of course data, to have a better understanding about brain complexity. And let me finish with this fun concept in math that is called the concept of infinity or lack of limits. This is very well fitting to brain research. There are infinite ways to explore the brain and infinite opportunities for discovery. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Milad. Super exciting, especially when you said that we're at this historic moment when we are able to, I guess, close that gap between technology and biology. So what are you working on that you find particularly exciting in this area?
Well, I was not aware of Jaideep's first slide, but honestly, if you remember the story of John, who had Parkinson's disease, and then the reason I say Parkinson's because this is one of the major research that I'm interested in. But you know, we can use technology to reduce symptoms, but not for cure. And then if we want to interpret what is the cure, at least my interpretation is that we can restore normal information processing in those brains. And one of the big limitations is that we cannot compare the neural activities of these patients with some people without these, neurological disorders. Recently, I worked on a project in collaboration with Dr. Robert Chen that we actually developed a variable platform for recording neural activities and muscle activities, but together with a new stimulation technique, which is called focused ultrasound stimulation, and it is non-invasive. Why I'm saying it is very unique is because it is for the first time that we can actually non-invasively target some deep brain regions and record neural activities. And with this technology, I hope that we can actually do some comparison between neural activities between patients with Parkinson's disease and some other people who do not have any disorders. So this is what I think this can be actually bridging this gap.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And where's Dr. Chen?
Here,
is
at
he here?
Krembil. Yes.
But he's not here tonight.
Yeah, this is what I assumed that you're asking tonight.
Yeah,
No,
he's at home having dinner with his family. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Very
Thank you.
exciting.